Hey everybody, and this is Nerd Squared Podcast. My name is Austin. This is my wife,
Miranda.
And our special guest for this first episode is
Almighty Cosplay, Andre Otero.
And today's podcast is going to be about conventions. Right now we're actually 2 days into the F.N.B.N Tour convention in Houston. And so far, what do y'all think of it so far?
I think it's really fun. I think the main area could be a lot better just because the convention seemed like they overextended their booking, and there are so many events that's going on that the traffic and getting in there is just kind of mixed up. But if you kind of just walk in, like from your hotel, it's a lot easier just to get there.
Yeah, like the way that this, what they have the Lego convention. They have, Monster Jam. They have another fashion thing. They have F.N.B.N Tour. They have so many bookings all on the same day, all in the same location.
Yep.
Which is unbelievably irritating. But it's not the convention's fault. It's the convention center's fault. F.N.B.N Tour is actually, this is my first time being here. This is all of our first times being at F.N.B.N Tour. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. What do you think?
I like it a lot. I think like the only thing I just don't like is that there's not that many vendors.
Yeah. This is a lot smaller than I was expecting. Because we heard a lot of things about the F.N.B.N Tour last year, the one that had Jason Momoa. And it was apparently packed to the gills. It was like a Comic Palooza. And this one just, it seems very small. But I'm not gonna fault it for that. It's something very fun. And all three of us go to a lot of conventions.
Yeah.
I met my wife at OniCon. I met Andres at Space City Comic Palooza.
Space City Con.
Space City Con. My brain went dumb.
We don't talk about Space City, though.
Yeah, we don't talk about Space City, though. They bring new term to the word con. But, what was everyone's first convention?
Mine was Anime Matsuri 2011.
What'd you go as? Did you cosplay?
I did not cosplay. I did not cosplay for like my first couple of conventions. I didn't cosplay.
What was the biggest, the most thing that kind of lured you into like, I want to do this again?
The people and like meeting the celebrities and going to panels and stuff. That was the initial thing, but the thing that keeps me going now is just mainly getting to see my friends and cosplaying my favorite characters.
Yeah. And what about you?
I think I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I know I went to like a Delta H first time gathering years ago. But the first official con that I went to was IkiCon 2009.
How did that go?
It was a very long, extensive trip all the way out there. It was with me, my dad, and my friend Trina. It was really fun. We were only there for like one day. I think I was cosplaying Nana Osaki from Nana. And I think that was the convention that I met Vic Mignogna for the first time.
I'm sorry.
He was nice.
Well, I actually met.
Nice?
No. I actually met Vic Mignogna at my first convention too.
Yeah. The funny thing is, so did I.
Yeah, I actually walked past the line of people who were waiting for him, and I just started talking to him for like a good 3 minutes, and made his entire line just wait while I was talking to him. And I'm like, man, what's this like? I mean, I think they may be waiting to meet me. And I was like, oh, and then I realized
that's kind of the same thing with me. Me and my friend were out in like the pool area of the hotel. We were just standing around because it was like a weird open area, and it had all the rooms on the side. And me and my friend Trina were just standing there. We turn, we see Vic, we're freaking out and fangirling, and the next thing you know, we're walking with him, talking with him to his panel for autographs, and we are walking past everyone, and I'm just like, what's this line for? He goes, oh, autographs. I'm like, autographs? Oh, cool. Okay, I guess I'll get in line.
But like my first convention was Anime Monster as well. I think it was Anime Monster in 2006. I wasn't even intended to go. A group of my friends were gonna go, and then one of their friends had already bought the ticket, already paid for the room, then canceled last minute.
Ooh.
So my friend Diana, she just came after me for like school after that. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?" I'm like, "I have no life, nothing."
Jeez.
And then she's like, "Okay, you can come with me to the convention. Everything." I'm like, "I ain't got no money." She's like, "Everything's paid for. Just get a costume. Just come on." I'm like, "Fuck yeah." And then I went there, and this adds I have to add another story to this because it pans into what this situation was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, at the time, I was working for my dad, his construction company.
Okay.
One time we ducked out for lunch. We had short window of time. We ordered the food. We ordered our food over the phone. I had to run in, grab it, and run out.
Oh, I know what story this is.
Yeah. So it was this Mexican food place.
Okay.
So we were pressed on time. I ran in, and once I run in, someone was coming out, and I just smashed right into them, knocked their food over, knocked him on the ground. I fell on the ground. Helped him. I helped him up. Like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And this is before I knew who anybody was. I just was watching anime. Never see who voice actors were. My favorite anime at the time was Full Metal Alchemist. So let's skip back forward. I go into the panel room, and I see the guy I knocked over. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go see the voice actor for Edward Elric. I've always wanted to see what he looked like. Walked in there, see him, he sees me, he's like, "Oh my God, you're not gonna knock me over again, are you?" But that was my first convention. I dressed up as Kakashi.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
My first cosplay, ironically, was Itachi Uchiha.
Yeah?
Nerds.
And you, dweeb.
That was like my first ever cosplay was Nana Osaki from Nana.
Nerd.
That's higher nerd level than Naruto.
How is that higher nerd?
Because it's more obscure.
Okay, it's more obscure, but that doesn't mean it's a higher nerd level.
Yes, it is.
No.
Since it's more obscure, which means you have to be more into the fandom of anime, which means you have to discover it for yourself, which means you're a bigger nerd.
But
Wow.
what was it that made you think that God, I need to come back to start doing more conventions?
Just like Andre said, it was the people, and just meeting new friends.
Like Owen Wilson.
Shut it up!
Wow.
God damn it. No, but yeah, I did like anime conventions for so many years, and then comic conventions where like all of a sudden started coming a thing, and I'm like,
and it just kind of connected more.
yes,
I love the anime conventions were awesome. Getting the chance to dress up and not be judged.
Yes.
Because I've always loved costumes. I've always loved playing a character and everything, but being around a whole bunch of normal people while doing it just makes you look like you're crazy. But being able to dress up.
Aren't we all a little crazy?
Or
Speak for yourself.
yeah, but being able to dress up, being able to have people see you as the characters, is a really fun thing to do. But with a lot of good gems in conventions, there's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
I'll start with you, Andres. What was your worst convention?
Let me think. This is difficult, just because I remember all my favorite ones very fondly. The bad ones are just kind of like
Vanished into the ether.
Yeah, just vanished. Because I'm like, I would say that it was this really, really small called Anime Austin. It was just ruined by just one person acting like
a dilly
jackass the entire time.
Yeah.
And like him not like owning up to his stuff, and him just overall just being, and like it was like a build up to him just being screwed up, and like getting there was everything just kind of with that kind of mess up. Like it was fun hanging out with like certain friends and like seeing certain international friends there because he was a guest, but that one friend was just kind of like messing everything up.
Now, if I'm right in assuming our worst convention is the same.
Anime Monster 2013?
At the Hyatt.
Why?
This one was...
It has, technically in a way, 3 bad stories.
It 3 bad stories.
All wrapped into one...
shitty convention.
So do you want me to tell my story first, or?
I'll do one of the baser ones, the generic. The location was terrible. They put it at the Hyatt, which was a big hotel, but it wasn't so big as far as wide as it is tall. So it was very cramped. The dealer's room was on the bottom, was in like a basement area. Crowded, they were trying to pack so much into there that no one could move around. And the artist alley was in a hallway with about a 3-foot wide walking space.
And then they had another section around the corner for panels, so whenever people were lining up, they were going down the aisle for the artist alley.
Yeah.
Making it harder for people to look at anything in the artist alley.
Wow.
And not only that, but they shut down all the escalators.
Elevators.
No, the escalators too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, they always shut down the escalators.
Yeah. I would have went to that instead.
I'm sorry. And well, you can continue on to your one.
Okay, so during this time with Anime Matsuri, the 2013 one, they had Heroes of Cosplay come in.
Also, just saying, I was at this convention too.
You were?
Yeah, I was.
What were you dressed up?
I still hadn't cosplayed yet. That was my second anime monster.
Ah. No, but so Yaya Han was there.
Boo.
Now, this has nothing against her, but this is like the people who were around her trying to get photographs and videos. So one of my friends was next to her booth that she was selling, like her horns and ears and all whatever stuff she was selling at that time. And so I was gonna sit down next to my friend whose booth was literally right next to her. Somebody pulls the chair out from under me before I could sit down, and I almost fall completely down, but I catch myself. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. So I'm standing there talking to my friend, and the next thing you know, I feel a big, sharp pain in the back of my head. One of the camera guys from Sci-Fi had his camera on his shoulder and hit me. He looked back at me and then went back to Yaya, and I'm just like, what the actual fuck? I did try and pursue something, but it didn't get that far because they were like, you don't have proof, and I'm like, so I stayed away from Anime Matsuri after that, and I just did not like anything Yaya Han or Sci-Fi for a while.
Also, another thing that pissed me off about that one is that they locked down the elevator. That was only they said that only the people of Sci-Fi and Heroes of Cosplay and guests can use it.
Yeah.
Our room was on the 22nd floor. 23rd floor.
It was the 23rd floor.
I was still recovering from a knee surgery.
No, what irritated me with that was that they denied someone who was in a wheelchair to go up the escalator.
Oh.
I watched, not the escalator, but the elevator. See, now you got me to it. But they denied someone access to the elevator. And I watched it, and I was just like, what the actual hell? But then, like, we were like, okay, whatever. This is all happening on the first day. Second day wasn't so bad. We got drunk. We went to the rave. Everything was good.
Still had to keep walking up the stairs every single time because they wouldn't let us in a fucking elevator.
No, I think at one time we did get into the elevator.
Late at night.
Late at night.
There was no one there.
But I think it got stuck for a moment, and then we finally were able to get out. And I was like, I think we just like got off on the 5th floor and walked the rest of the way. But then the 3rd day.
Oh.
Do you want me to say it, or do you?
We got our hotel room broken into.
So, what happened was that it was me, Austin, and our friend Steven. We got everything packed up and put into the boxes, into the bags, and we took it down to the car. So there wasn't much left in the room.
Aside from, our buddy had a table. He's an artist. He sold art. Someone stole all his art.
Well, someone stole his sketchbook because, oh god, I can't remember who it was. She was from X.Men. She was like one.
It was supposedly
like Kelly Hugh or something like that.
That and Johnny Yambosh.
Yeah, he had autographs from them because he drew like these beautiful pictures of them, showed it to them, and they signed it. And so that gets stolen. I had a headband with a TARDIS hat, like little TARDIS hat on it, that I made. We come back in and it's broken, and I'm just like, the actual fuck. So we did file a report, come to find out that the sketchbook was in a maid's cart.
Yeah.
I'm just like, the actual fuck. And it wasn't like we had like the little latch, like keeping the door open. Like we had everything closed up.
Yeah, that was what we were like, how did they get in?
Like we came back, the door was slightly cracked, and we're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds so terrible.
Yeah, oh no, after that we didn't go for a few years, I think until like, what, 2008? It's like 17, 18,
whenever it was at the Georgia L. Brown Convention Center with,
Aki Dearest.
Aki Dearest.
Like, I was at first not gonna go, and then they were like, oh yeah, Aki Dearest, and I'm like, she's my favorite YouTuber, I gotta go at least meet her.
Really? She's your favorite YouTuber?
Yes.
I'm sorry you have bad taste.
Oh, snap.
I love Aki Dearest. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, but her content's kind of boring. That's a good impersonation of Aki Dearest.
But what was the worst cosplay you've ever done?
Mine would probably be the first time I cosplayed Vanitas from Kingdom Hearts. It was really hot, really warm, and cosplay didn't come out that well. And then someone like held my Keyblade, and then like it was like, this was like back when it was made like of paper mache and stuff like that. Grabbed it, held it like this, and like didn't realize it's not, Keyblades aren't balanced.
Yeah.
So I went like this and smacked it on my head, and like there was a crack in the middle of it, and it was slightly like this. So I had to go fix it. So I was so deterred that I just took off my cosplay. I was like, nah.
Oh god, what was it? I know it was at Onicon.
Oh, this is also at Onicon.
I think I cosplayed one time Elle from Death Note, but I had a real shitty sweater that was 3/4 length sleeve. And I tried the whole time to pull it.
You're just kind of T-Rex arming it?
I'm T-Rex arming it. I'm like, eh. My hair was short, but it wasn't black. It was brown, like a light brown. Because my mom would never let me dye my hair dark colors at all whatsoever. She's like, no, you're not dyeing your hair. You can get highlights and stuff, but you're not dyeing your hair. And I'm like, but nah. But yeah, I think my worst was Elle from Death Note. I have not brought that back at all.
My worst. And I will not do this again to this day.
Owen Wilson.
No, that was my best. Haji from Blood Plus.
Oh, I had never seen pictures of that. You don't have any, huh?
Yeah, there's a reason.
I have no pictures of my
There is a reason. The wig was terrible. The suit was almost 2 sizes too small. But the thing I thought was going to be the best part was it ended up being the worst decision I ever made. So you know how he has the cello case on his back, and that's where
that looks like a coffin.
That's the coffin that has the sword in it. I made that. It was 110 pounds.
Oh my God! Why?
Because I had made it to be an actual case for my bass guitar, and I actually had a hidden contraption, a hidden opening on the lid for the sword.
Oh my God!
It looked great.
It sounds like it looked amazing.
It looked amazing. It was fucking heavy. And I had the straps. I had it on my back.
After a while, I went to like it's not
3 days on my back. Whenever I got home, took it off. I gave myself a good look in the mirror. I had particular blood spots under my skin from my shoulder. It looked like I was in a car accident, and the seatbelt hit me good. And I had blood spotting under my skin, all across my shoulder, down to my down to the center of my chest.
Oh.
I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, oh God, this is the worst mistake I've ever made.
You're not doing that ever again.
Fuck no. Hell no. Now, we've gone over our worst cosplays. Well, what was our best cosplay?
For me,
like the one that just was most like the one that was either looked the best or was the most comfortable.
Ironically, my most comfortable cosplay is my most casual one, which is Tony Stark, and
the one you're wearing right now. And I mean, you can't see it, the camera isn't gonna be on, but so he's casual, kind of arc reactor on the chest, suit pants, kind of Tony Stark.
And I think my best one is Iron Man. Right now, I think my best one's Iron Man or All Might from My Hero Academia. I think those are my two best and my two most standout. Other ones that could probably go for that category is maybe Mysterio from Far From Home.
You do pull off a good Mysterio.
Yeah.
And probably, I think, Endeavor from also My Hero Academia.
Nice.
I get to see that one in person. I saw pictures, but...
And one of my favorite ones, Thanos. I love cosplaying Thanos.
You'll just be like, oh,
but
I am inevitable.
You couldn't live with the failures of your past. That has brought you right back to me.
So what's yours?
Let me think. 3 off the top of my head. Death from the Sandman, because it's like it basically looks like my outfit.
It fits you very well.
Now this one just depending on my mood, and if I drank the night before, Jessica Jones.
Yeah, because you do have the natural facial expression of, I'm sick of you. The only reason you're not punched right now is because I have a little bit of self-control left.
Self-control? What's that?
It's a very faint thing that you still possess.
Bless you. But my best one, like my most favorite one too, Jester Lavore from Critical Role.
That one, that one you did, it is surprisingly well done.
There's still some improvements I need to make on it, but I still absolutely love wearing it. It's so much fun.
And you develop the whole. It just once you get everything, you get the blue skin, the pointy ears, and you're just like, I am Jester. You do the, you just embody the character so well to the point where even when you're talking, you just randomly just turn into Jester. But my best cosplays look good,
Owen Wilson.
Shut up with the
Yeah.
Owen Wilson shit.
They look good, but they are far from comfortable. First one, my Captain America.
Yep.
I look great. I have the shield, I have the whole get-up, I have the helmet. Thankfully, my buddy Matt was able to give me his old helmet. It had some flaws. I'm just like, I'm working with it, but I'm just like, it's a helmet. But it completed the ensemble. But Green Arrow was one of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites. That's what I was wearing when I proposed to my wife at a convention as well.
Gay.
Yeah, horribly homosexual, and both of those are just so overwhelmingly hot.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
I know, I'm just too sexy. I just make it hot.
Wait, you're not Tony Stark. I am.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I said I'm hot.
You're not, though.
Shut up. But like, so we've gone over best cosplays, worst cosplays, best convention, worst convention. Now, to wrap this up, this is going to be a short one, what is our dream cosplay and what is our dream convention?
I would like to go to a European con.
Ooh.
Or like maybe Wizard World. I would love to go to a European con somewhere like UK or France, Germany, somewhere like that. Maybe Italy, something like that. Because I've gone around the States already.
Have you ever come to San Diego?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Because it's so big.
It's so cramped, so big. I wouldn't be able to move. Whatever I would want to wear there, I probably just wouldn't make it anywhere. Just for one, probably stop. Two, there's just so many people, and it's just so much of a.
It's kind of like Disney World.
It's
just too crowded to the point where you
normie
can't
thing,
have fun.
It's a little overhyped.
Yeah,
it's a little normie thing too. Like, you can meet the celebrity there. Oh, that's great, but you'll have to wait 3 hours to meet them. No one's worth that much time to me, except for maybe like a choice 3 celebrities. And I guarantee one of them won't be there. I've already met one of them, and it wouldn't take me that long to meet them. And then the other, I'd probably meet him somewhere else, but I'd probably wait that long for him.
Yeah, this is just too big, too overhyped, just too much.
Yeah.
Now, what would be your dream cosplay? Like, if you had, like, money's no issue or whatever, what would be the cosplay you'd want to do?
What comes to mind for that is a full metal, as in like a full metal Iron Man suit.
Like legit metal.
Now, like actual metal with servos and internal cooling and stuff like that, which they do make. Which
I saw one of these, but they got one online for like $5,000.
It's actually $2,000.
Well, it depends on which one you're getting.
Yeah, I want to get the Mark. I want it to be the Mark 85.
Nice.
The one from Civil War.
No, that's the one from Endgame.
Yeah.
Oh, Endgame.
Yeah, the Endgame armor is the Mark 85.
Ah.
Though the Infinity War is actually the Mark 50. So within 5 years, that's how much the gap between those two armors are.
Wow.
Also, the Hellbat armor from Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That would be tremendous. And the Godfall Superman suit.
Ooh. So you'd be getting all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, those seem like the ones. Because most of my anime dream cosplays, I just need to keep working out, keep building up the muscle that I've been doing, and eventually I'll be able to cosplay those characters to the fullest that I want to.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm trying to think like conventions I've always wanted to go to.
Oh, also, yeah, no, I already said European. Yeah, go.
Huh? Yeah.
I forgot I did.
Yeah, you already said European.
Like I've kind of always wanted to go to Dragon Con. Maybe one day. I'm like,
It's really good.
yeah, it is.
It's very good.
Another one is Emerald City Comic Con.
That's the one I wanted to go to.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to that one.
You want to go as Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Of course.
To be in
Emerald
the
City.
Emerald
Archer, Emerald City.
I'll cosplay Green Lantern just to piss on you.
But yeah, I've always wanted to go to those ones just because the cast of Critical Role is there, and I'm like, I want to meet Matt Mercer again.
I met him 3 times. We beat him first name basis, basically.
I know I've met him a few times. Way
No, you're not as cool
back.
as me, so it's fine.
I know I met him like a few years ago, back during Anime Matsuri. I can't remember what year. I think it was like probably 2012 or so. Dream cosplays though. Probably like a new updated version of Tank Girl that I've always wanted to do.
Do the one with the little motorized tank.
Oh god, the motorized tank at Walmart. I want that so badly. But I also want to do it where she has the missile bra that she wears.
Like Madonna.
Yes. Another one, I've always wanted to cosplay Vraska from Magic the Gathering. Which that would be very interesting. It's just basically a badass Gorgon. And then, Jester's level 10 outfit.
Ooh.
That one is gorgeous, and I want to cosplay that so badly. And I know it will take a long time for me to even get there.
Also, side note for other Dream cosplays, Mass Effect's not Rex.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
Ah.
I also kind of want to cosplay my Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition.
I've actually wanted to do from Inquisition. I've always wanted to do Dorian.
Yeah, you would be a perfect Dorian.
I love Dorian. Dorian.
Oh my god.
Fantastically fabulous.
He is. I love him.
I love Dorian.
For me, like I already said, Emerald City Con.
The ultimate Owen Wilson cosplayer.
I would, yeah, that's another one. I do, like, so you see the picture where they someone that goes, like, what are you going for Halloween? Oh, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp from what? All. And it just has, that guy has every little bit of his costume is from a different movie.
Cosplayed that.
Yeah. It's going to be like that, but all of Owen Wilson's.
God damn you guys.
I actually have a concept for a character I'll tell you after this, just that I want to cosplay just so I can just be like,
yeah,
all encompassing.
But I draw a lot on my computer. It's just does take up time and everything. And I made an original concept for a Green Arrow suit. And I stop throwing your Naruto gang signs up. Ah! But
I'll be useless on you. I will kill you.
But I wanted to take my original concept for the suit and make it real. I've always wanted to make something 100% real and not like anybody else's stuff. I've always wanted to have the mechanical Batman suit from Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah.
from the Batman, the Dark Knight Returns.
You can't talk, can you?
No, I can't. But I've always wanted that suit. Just so you know, I'm like I could end you right now, but I'm not going to. Kind of thing.
Help.
I just, like, 3 more just popped in my head of
What?
dream cosplays. We were talking about Inquisition. I want to cosplay Sarah so badly.
I hate Sarah.
What was the one that you said I look like?
You look like Colin.
You would cosplay.
You would cosplay Colin.
I would cosplay a Cullen.
Yep. Not Colin. Colin.
That's what I said, Cullen.
It's not like you said Colin.
Yeah, it sounded like you said colon.
Yeah, I'd cosplay that organ to the best of my ability.
But the other one was not the Brave from
Yeah.
Critical Role as well.
Which so that leads to my other one I wanted to do.
Well, I got one more.
Okay.
My D&D character.
Ah.
My D&D character, Tittles the Alchemist.
With a night elf mohawk.
No.
Tittles the Alchemist.
I have a D&D character that's a goblin named Tittles, and she's an alchemist, and her familiar is a possum named Grenadine.
That's Full Metal.
No.
No. So, what it is, her character is a tiny goblin with a wooden arm because it lost its other one in like some kind of explosion.
It was the experimental explosion because I was trying to make bombs because people were coming up onto my land and I didn't want them on my land. So I was trying to make bombs and the first bomb just blew up completely, like completely off my arm. My my goggles were completely broken on this side. I still wear the goggles though for the fuck of it.
So
And
successfully made a bomb though.
Yeah.
I successfully made a bomb, but there was casualties.
It has a wooden arm with fingers, but it's missing the thumb because the possum keeps stealing the thumb.
Fucking Grenadine.
And and
Would you
her,
cosplay Grenadine?
if I could,
If he could,
I
yes.
would. I doubt I'd be able to pull it off. But you know,
I
like
can
you know
just
how.
get you a possum onesie.
I'm not doing the possum. I'm doing my. If we're doing our D&D characters, I'm doing mine. I am a Yeti warlock named Tovash.
I thought you were going to call yourself Gregory Irons.
I would. I'm Gregory Irons.
That's actually a pretty badass name.
But I would go as my Yeti with a hammer and sickle.
Communists.
Yeah, he's like a Russian Yeti. He's like, I am Tovash. In my country, Tovash means friend.
Oh, it doesn't.
It actually means pet. And he's just like, everything I know is a lie.
Okay,
And
what
he's
else is your dream cosplay?
Oh, that was the 3.
yeah,
History?
and
My 3.
my other one would be cosplaying Ford.
Oh my god, yeah.
Ford?
Ford from
Critical Role.
Critical Role as well.
I've never seen
Oh my god, you gotta watch
And
Critical Role. It's so good.
I wanted to cosplay Ford, so whenever I have to run away, it's a Ford escape. And whenever I want to go wandering around, Ford Explorer.
Yeah, but the concept for this character was based off someone. My friend sent me a character. This guy was wearing a bit of a joke cosplay, but I want to make a serious version of this kind of cosplay. He's had like both Infinity Gauntlets. He had Thanos' face with Super Saiyan blue hair and like all these other power items. And my friend asked me, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "No."
But it can be.
He has no Chaos Emeralds or Dragon Balls or the Triforce. He's clearly far too weak for this to have ever been me. So what I want to do is I want to create the character called just OP. And the whole thing about him is he has every power item that you can possibly think he could have. Like he's a fusion of Goku and Superman as his base.
Mm-hmm.
Through the Potara fusion, he's a fusion of Goku and Superman, who also has the Phoenix Force, who has the Infinity Gauntlet, with the White Lantern Ring, with the Omnitrix,
Jesus.
with the Omnitrix, with all 7 Dragon Balls, the Triforce, and the Chaos Emeralds, that Magic Tiddly Belt, the Speed Force.
Anything else? Shit.
Let's see. The infinity the anti-life equation.
Yep, he has the anti-life equation. I know. I think I had some. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I put into him to make him. Oh, he also has the Blades of Chaos.
Oh.
The Master Sword, the Force, and a lightsaber.
Oh god.
Let's see, what else? What else can you fill in?
What else can I give him to?
Right in the TARDIS as well.
The Stormbreaker.
Yeah, he has Stormbreaker too,
Yeah.
and the Odin Force.
So there's the Force and the Odin Force. He has all the forces.
The Force.
The Force, the Phoenix Force, and the Odin Force.
And he has
The Force.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, no, he has all the legendary Pokemon.
He has all the legendary Pokemon around his belt.
Or no, he has at least Arceus.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He has a
Arceus.
shiny Arceus.
Yeah, he has a shiny Arceus. But like one of the things for like the back piece, it would be the giant Triforce. The giant Triforce pieces with the emeralds and the Dragon Balls rotating around it.
Oh wow!
Oh god!
The work that you have to put into
and like I'd wear it on my back with like the giantness of it, and just be like, have like the armor chips, the Force, the lightsabers, the Patara earrings, the fusion of the as shield with the Goku symbol with the Phoenix Force logo.
This needs to be so much.
You just have like
And Spider Sense or whatever.
he already has universal awareness. Batman's utility belt just in case with an array of things. The White Lantern ring, the Infinity Gun in the other hand.
You'd.
Oh,
Wow.
and in my deck I have all 5 pieces of Exodia ready to go.
And the Egyptian gods.
And the Egyptian god cards. and like they're anime versions.
Oh wow.
And
No, you need to have a dual disc with
and
the
like each utility belt slot will have like a piece of like someone else's gear. Like I could open up one, I could pull out the sonic screwdriver or anything like that. Just anything that can conceivably make this character more unbelievably powerful. He also has the Strength Force, because they introduced that in DC. There's called the Strength Force. That's the strength version of the Speed Force. So he'll also have that too.
He has all the forces.
He just has all the power. All of them. All wish-granting items, everything.
He is the power.
He is the power.
He's the one that allows Barry to have the Speed Force.
He takes a step and the world quakes. The universe quakes when he takes a step.
That would be fun.
Yeah, just be like, what are you? I am overpowered.
You are OP.
No, what's the name of your character? I am overpowered.
I'm OP.
And I am all of Owen Wilson.
Wow.
God.
And this is the end for the first Nerd Squared podcast.
Wow.
Wow. This was
Wow.
wow. This is the end of the first Nerd Squared podcast.
Wow.
With someone saying
I don't want to hear a secret.
It did not end with a bang. It went out with a wow.
wow.
Until next time.